Welcome everyone. In this video, I will review the Hori 3, which is a new tier 10 Japanese tank destroyer. So first, let's go and take a look around of this tank, then I will talk about the crew. So we have here 6 crew members. First is the commander, then we have the gunner, driver, radio operator, and 2 loaders of the tank. Now the gun of this tank is a 149mm caliber gun with a 700 alpha damage and the 900 alpha damage on the HE. The DPM of this tank is 2863. The accuracy of this gun we have here 0.33 dispersion value and 2.4 second aim time. The accuracy is okay, but the aim time is long. Now the gun depression of this tank is 7 degree. The 700 of damage can high up to 875. This DPM means we have here 14.6 seconds for 700 of damage. This is acceptable, and obviously this can be decreased. Now the gun traverse angle is 10 degree to the left and 10 degree to the right, which is acceptable and it's not bad, definitely. The HP of this tank is we have here 2k HP. The armor I will check at the end of this video, but this tank has got armor only around the gunmanlet here, the upper structure. The rest is just paper. Now this tank weighs in 65 tons, which means we have here a 1000 horsepower with a 35 km per hour forward speed and 18 km per hour reverse speed. The ultra speed of this tank is at 37.5 degree, which is actually definitely faster than an average heavy tank. The consumption of this tank is 268 base camo value. This is not bad, this can go up. Now the range of this tank is 400 meters, which is definitely good. Signal range 782. So let's go now and check the field modifications of this tank, this at max level. Now this to increase to maintain the speed of this tank on all terrains. So this basically you will make this tank more and faster, definitely, and we will have here plus 30% to the suspension durability. Now here I will not select anything, but here I will select this for better view range. Let's disable this, and here we have this is really good because this will give you plus 4 km per hour forward speed, but we will have some penalty to the DPM, but it's not as significant as you can see, but the speed is definitely needed on this tank. So, and you have the other option to improve the DPM, but you will go minus 4 km per hour slower. So that is really bad. Now here we have the scouting also ability. With the scouting actually can be good. So let's go with TD camo with a sniping TD. So we have here let's talk about now the mission of this tank. So we have here this tank can take up to 40 ammo capacity, which is amazing for 700 of damage ammo. The basic AP ammunition has got 305 meters of base penetration value, which is amazing, and with a shell velocity speed of 980 meters per sec, definitely good for an AP shell. And one shell cost 2,135 credits. A golden mission has got 360 meters of base penetration value, which is amazing, and actually as fast and even as fast as an APCR with 1,150 meters per sec shell velocity speed. This is APCR type speed, and one shell cost 6,400 credits, but definitely worth because high penetration value and high off damage. Now the AG has got 90 millimeters of base penetration value and can high roll up to 9, even above 900 alpha damage on this HE is 900. The shell velocity speed of this HE is 900 meters per sec, which is good for an HE shell, and the cost is only 1,600. It's still expensive, even if it's an HE shell, but it's still expensive. Now let's do and here go do a loadout, ammunition loadout. This at 10. Let's take 4 HE shells, and the rest is like this, the gold ammunition. So let's hit OK. First slot here is the firepower slot. On the firepower slot can go the ventilation, the rammer, this, or the stabilizer. On the scouting slot we can select this can be good for a scouting, and I think actually I will go with this, or the ventilation camo, or you have different options here. So let's go with this. Here I want to use the unimproved ventilation, and here in the third slot let's go with the enhanced gunneling drive, because the aim time of this tank without it is 2.3 seconds, which is actually long, and with this will be only 2.07, which is not that bad, let's say like this. So let's move on now to the consumables: large repair kit, large med kit, and the extra food. And now the stats already looking better, and let's get back the crew here. So return the crew. Why I don't have this option to return the crew? So let's put them back manually. On the crews here, I have 7 perk skilled crew, which is not realistic, but you can achieve definitely. So we have here all the good crew skills: practicality to decrease the cooldown of the consumables, this the eagle eye to make even more crew and module damage on more critical hits to the enemy tank. Here we have the rest of is the basic skill. On the gunner, I have also all of the good crew skills. This the die to make even more critical hits. This to have the quick aim, to have improved aim time. This to have better accuracy, and this to have better. This basically the snapshot skill of the stab skill, and the rest is the average skills. On the driver, I have the engineer skill, which means this tank will go with plus 1.36 km per hour forward speed and reverse speed as an extra speed, and will add 6.78% to the engine power. And I have here the off-road driving, and the rest is the basic skills. On the loader, I have the shell tuning, which means will increase the alpha damage of the shell by average, and will increase the penetration values of this shell, which means you will have higher penetration value, higher alpha damage, and you will never low roll the minimum value of your alpha damage. I have here this close combat to accelerate the gun loading by 3.39% at distance of 50 meters or less from the enemy. So if you are fighting in close combat, definitely you will have an advantage over the enemy because you will have more DPM. But if he has the same skill, then it's just a GG. And now the concealment skill to have more camo basically, and the rest is the average crew skills. And on the other loader, I have the intuition and safe storage, and the rest is just the basic skills. Let's go now and check the armor of this tank. So the Hoary 3 armor, if you're facing a tank like this, he will have in the lower plate 123mm, upper plate 200, the upper structure is 300, the garment had actually got 350 all over and even 456, but the rest, the side of this tank is paper, 50 here, 50 50 all over, the rear side 35 35 and 50 50 50, and you can't side scrape in this tank because of this flat shoulder plate, and this is always green 166 millimeters of armor protection here. So the armor on this tank is just not as great. So let's go back to the tank now. This is the configuration for this tank with ammunition loadout, all of this equipment, and let's put here maybe a directive slot. So here I can go with the ventilation can be good, the for crew, this can be good for extra camo. Let's see the camo value of this tank, which is now 579, which is not bad definitely. Let's go with the camo. So, and let's check now the set of this tank. So we have here 3.1k DPM, which is really good. Dispersion value 0.29, it's okay. Aim time 1.88, actually good for this big gun. And this means we have here 13.5 seconds for 709 alpha damage because of the skill we have, and even have higher penetration values. So we have here a good stabilization and extra bonus from the fuel modification. Here we have 81 plus 3% speed of changing shell types. This is the intuition skill. Here we have 2.71% the minimum potential damage, and minimum here we have almost 20% to extra critical damage, extra chance to do critical damage, which is amazing. And we have all the good protections from the crew, damage durability from the skills, and minus 18.5 seconds the consumable cooldown. So this is all good, and we have insane repair speed on this tank, and everything is just looking good. The speed now is 40.36 kilometers per hour for speed, and the reverse speed is 19.3, This is good speed, definitely a good speed. We have good track health, suspension durability, everything is amazing. Concealment is actually good, 600, this is good. And the view range 490 meter, 79 is good. Signal range amazing, and all the boost are just good. Everything is good on this tank. Let's go now and play some battles with this.